So one of my subscribers have asked me to rebuild the New Orleans Saints, so of course that is what we are here to do today. Let's see if we can get this video to 40 likes. I would really appreciate that. But off the rip, not going to waste any time. We got Derek Carr here, and in real life, I like Derek Carr. In Madden, I do not. He's not good in simulation in Madden. He's 31. I'm pretty sure regression for a quarterback starts at 31 depending on your development. I believe if you're an X Factor, development really starts for you around like 34, 35. Regression, I mean, not development. But for the team, Alvin Kamara, a lot of legal talks with him, so I don't know about him. Michael Thomas, he's cool whenever he's on the field and he doesn't have a broken toe and sits out for the entire year because of a broken toe. So for that reason, I'm just going to start Chris Olave. I don't even know what I'm going to do with Michael Thomas. Not going to trade him. Probably going to give him like a 1 or 2 year deal. I don't really expect to keep him for the remainder of the rebuild. Bryan Edwards, I'm going to move to receiver 3. And where's Shaheed? Shaheed is honestly one of the most underrated receivers in the NFL. I don't even know why he doesn't even have a profile picture. Yeah, apparently he can't go my slot, which is unfortunate. I'm going to put Bryan Edwards in my slot in that case and put Shaheed in the receiver 3. Offensive line is great. Trevor Penning I wasn't really much of a fan of, but he didn't have a bad rookie season at all. Ryan Ramczyk, one of the best offensive tackles in the NFL. Juwan Johnson. Defensively, honestly, it's just old. That's the problem here. I like Marshawn Lattimore, of course, but Bradley Roby's pretty old, isn't he? Yeah, he's 30. You have Cam Jordan, who's old. You also are going to have Marcus May, Demario Davis, Tyrann Mathieu. You got Brian Brzee and Isaiah Folksky here. So Brian Brzee, also I need to adjust his development because unfortunately rookies, you have to manually adjust it yourself. They don't just come with it. So I'm going to adjust it to a 5-year contract because he was a 5th round pick and give him star dev. Isaiah Folksky, I'm also going to give him star dev as well. I'm not going to adjust it to a 5-year contract because he was a 2nd round pick, of course. So let's see what his contract is, 4 years, and then I'm going to give him star dev. I believe they both deserve star dev at least, and honestly that makes it a whole lot better here. But Cam Jordan, Demario Davis, Tyrann Mathieu, Marcus May, and Bradley Roby are all going to retire very soon, so that's a huge problem. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to work that out. Derek Carr is probably not going to be the quarterback of the future. I've not changed any playbooks yet, but for the first season, let's move into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark because we are 3-4, 3rd in the division. I don't really see the Buccaneers or the Falcons being above us. Really, I would really expect this division to honestly be flipped. Maybe the Panthers at the top of the division. Don't really believe that as being, well, the Buccaneers are kind of overpowered in simulation because they're playbooks. But gonna keep the naturally generated rookies in here. Scouting national focus. Unfortunately, as crummy as it sounds to say, a lot of people, I am going to go quarterback. I only have 4 to 5 years to rebuild the team. So with that being said, I have to develop a quarterback as quickly as I can. And it's hard to do that whenever you have regressing Derek Carr. And you also have negative 29 million. So Michael Thomas isn't coming back. None of these guys are coming back. As much as I like Shaheed, they don't even want to play here anyways. Who is taking up this bad of a salary cap for us? I know Andrews Pete is a huge problem for us. I know he's huge. Yeah, 19 million. I'm just going to trade him away. Like, whatever team has a moderate interest in him, really. What's the next best team that has a moderate interest? The Steelers have moderate interest. I think it's fair just to give me a next year's 7th round pick for Andrews Pete. I don't want his cap hit. That sounds fair to me. I don't care if we do bad without him anymore. I don't want his terrible cap hit on my team. Cam Jordan has a huge one, but he's actually good. And what else is being like consumed on our team for cap? Is it Derek Carr? Probably. Let's move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs going 7-10 bottom of the division. I don't think the Panthers are going to go 13-4. I don't think the Falcons are going to do better than the Saints. Yeah, the Saints aren't definitely going to be at the bottom of the division, especially with how crummy their division is. And Derek Carr is terrible. 18th best offense, 17th best defense, 18 interceptions is too many, and 87 passer rating is atrocious. 4,400 yards isn't bad, 28 touchdowns isn't horrible, but 18 interceptions is unacceptable. Alvin Kamara, I'm not even going to try at this point. The guy who does illegal stuff. Kamara, who cares? 1,200 yards, 4.1 per carry, 13 touchdowns is nice. Michael Thomas had an amazing season. We can't re-sign him. 105 receptions, 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns. I'm giving credit where credit's due. Definitely huge gap between him and Olave here. He looks great, but he's regressing, and I can't even afford to pay him. Demario Davis, 163 tackles is crazy. Tackles for a loss, 16 for Brian Brzee. That's a great rookie start. Sacks, 7.5 for Cam Jordan. Really? That's it? For an X factor? Interceptions, 4 for Pete Warner. That's good for a linebacker. Safeties, 1 for Saunders, not Sanders, Saunders, and 0 defensive touchdowns. So I'm gonna move on from Derek Carr. It's yeah, I know it's like, oh well, you only gave Derek Carr 1 season. Yeah, in Madden things work a little bit differently here, and I don't even know if he's gonna be that successful with the Saints. So let's move into the offseason. And the Bills beat the Packers in the Super Bowl. Gregory Rousseau wins the Super Bowl MVP. I mean, Greg Rousseau, not Gregory, if you want to call him that. Justin Herbert wins the league MVP, which I can kind of see in real life. And there are no awards here for the New Orleans Saints. I was really hoping Brian Brzee would get Rookie of the Year for having 16 tackles for a loss. We have negative $10 million in cap room. Michael Thomas is a big part of that, I'm pretty sure. So whenever he's gone, that'll help. Jamal Williams, I forgot they had him as well. Defensively, Folkeski's for some reason the second string now. Pete Warner gets star dev. Tyrann Mathieu gets X Factor. Bradley Roby's regressed into oblivion. And anything else that I haven't noticed? No, we look the same. Okay. Anyways, apart from that, it is now time to move into the re-sign players. In the NFC South, Carlos Dunlap, Cordero Patterson, and Roger Saffold all retire. Did Roger Saffold sign with the Buccaneers? Maybe an AI team cut him? I don't even know. Michael Thomas. So we're losing Michael Thomas, our punter, Shaheed, Brian Edwards, James Washington. I didn't even know he went to the Saints. We're negative 11 million. Can't re-sign any of those guys, even if I wanted to. I would like to re-sign Michael Thomas. I can't even tag him because of our cap situation. But anyways, let's move into the draft. In the first round, I'm picking up quarterback Nathan Foster out of Tulane. Like 3 other quarterbacks went off the board before him. I didn't even bother to trade up because he looks great. 94 throw power, that's elite. 76 speed to 86 acceleration. Hidden dev, 6 foot, 234. A awareness, B play action, B medium accuracy, deep accuracy, A short accuracy. He's more juke move is an F. I don't really care. He only has 76 speed. He seems like a solid player and he's going to be our new starter. In the third round, I'm picking up center Kevin Griffin out of USF. 85 strength, 84 acceleration, hidden development. He has great skills. He was supposed to be a projected undrafted free agent. I wasn't going to risk him falling. He's going to be my new left guard. Here we are after the draft. Foster is a 75 overall, so he's going to be a baller, and Griffin is already kind of programmed there to be left guard. I'm going to make it official. He's a 70 overall center, 72 overall left guard. For a projected UDFA, I picked him in the third round. He seems like he's going to be a great pickup. Definitely going to start him over Forrest Lamp, though, and apparently I can't because I'm just not allowed to. Cut Forrest Lamp, dude. I don't want you here. I want you to play the position I told you to play. God, I hate Madden AI. James Hurst is going to be over him, which is not on my watch. So Foster is going to start over Derek Carr. Derek Carr is regressing. He was like, what, a 78 to start? Now he's a 76. He's a bridge QB tag, so there's not really any point in keeping him, but I'll keep him for another year so that way I don't take up too much of a cap hit. I need more receivers. Traquan Smith is not going to cut it. Well, I mean, with Chris Olave, who's amazing, of course, but can't have that be my only good receiver. Isaiah Folkeski should be playing right end. Honestly, Peyton Turner's a bust. I'm going to cut him. I don't care what anyone says. Peyton Turner's not working out. I need Folkeski to be on the correct side of the ball, or, you know, just keep playing your wrong position. Technically, it's supposed to be a right end. So, sorry, Peyton Turner, but I need Folkeski, the guy who actually has development trait and the guy who I don't have to pay for the next 4 years on the correct side of the ball. And I'm going to have to keep adjusting my lineup because the AI is moronically retarded. Bradley Roby, can I cut you, bro? You're just, it would just hurt me to cut you. Who is taking up this cap room? It's getting pretty annoying now. Is it? Oh my gosh. This is A.T. Perry I'm going to put in the slot. Pete Warner's fine there. Like, who wants this? Chiefs want Taysom Hill and Marcus May for a third round pick. How about that? Does that sound good to you? Get them off my team, dude. I need to fix this cap room. Oh, well, that's unrealistic the way you're doing it. No, it's not. If I'm looking toward the future and looking to get rid of old garbage that takes up room on my team, then yeah, this is a pretty realistic way of doing it, in my opinion. So I'm fine with all this. Apart from that, guys, it is now time to move into the second season and the midseason mark. So we are coming off a 28-2 loss against the Rams. Interesting. Is Derek Carr the starter? Do they auto force him there? Yeah, great. I love to see whenever the players that I tell to start and not adjust. I don't care if I traded someone away. You should have let me know and auto adjusted my roster before I moved on. Get Derek Carr on the bench, dude. God, that's so frustrating. That's so frustrating to have the things that I want the way they're done in my way to be moved. It's so annoying. Anyways, apart from that, scouting national focus, I think I am going to have to do receiver here. I need to get a receiver for my quarterback, or maybe I'll just get one in free agency if I possibly have the godforsaken money. And let's see what we got for the players ready to negotiate in year 2. Cam Jordan, he doesn't even want to be here. Cesar Ruiz, I do want back. 5-year deal. He's going to be a long-term guard for us. Traquan Smith can walk. Will Lutz, do you want $3 million a year? Yeah, no, not doing that. Juwan Johnson doesn't want to be here. Brian Cook, don't know who that is, probably a free agency signing. And we suddenly have $83 million to spend, which I'm glad about, and I'm not going to spend it on these guys. Let's move into the playoffs. And here we are, 7-10 once again. I don't know if it was the quarterbacks. I'm pretty sure it was not our quarterback's fault. I mean, 93 pass rating isn't good. 27th best offense, 25th best defense. Derek Carr, I wouldn't say he did better. I would definitely say my other QB did better, especially since they both played half the season. He had a better pass rating. So yeah, he's the new QB. It's official after half a season. And Alvin Kamara, 1,200 yards, 4.3 per carry, 14 touchdowns. I forgot to change the schemes. That's definitely what it was. Chris Olave, 101 receptions, 1,300 yards, 7 touchdowns. Juwan Johnson not doing that bad either. Looking at it defensively, Demario Davis, 130 tackles for a loss, 18 for Brian Brzee, sacks, 7 for Cam Jordan, that's not enough. 5 interceptions for Pete Warner, that's good. Safeties, 1 for Kalen Saunders, my bad, and Marshawn Lattimore with 1 defensive touchdown. So, apart from that, it is now time to move into the offseason. And the Chiefs once again beat the Niners in the Super Bowl. Felix Uzama wins the Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes wins the league MVP. No awards here for the New Orleans Saints. We're going to see the team upgrades. Please let my QB have superstar or higher. That'd be so clutch. Please, please, please. Okay, only star dev. Probably going to cut Derek Carr because his contract sucks and I don't need him anymore, but I'll wait till the next season to do that. Any other upgrades here? No, none. Pete Warner had 5 interceptions, doesn't get a dev up, is unfortunate. Let's move into the re-signings. In the NFC South, Adam Thielen retires on the Carolina Panthers. I mean, Bryce Young did have a pretty good rookie season in this simulation, I'm pretty sure, but let's see what we got. Cam Jordan is already an 82. All these guys I just have no interest in, so immediately just going to say no to that. Let's get to free agency. Massive free agency for this team. Running me massive, I mean we burned through $80 million in one sitting. Justin Jefferson, AJ Terrell, the division rival, and Brian Burns. Yes, none of them have any interest, but money does change minds, boys. That is the moral of the story here. I don't care if they have no interest. We have a new quarterback, new system. Let's get to the draft. And with my top pick, Dalton David out of Alabama. He looked sick, was elite in almost everything. 91 strength, hidden dev. He was supposed to be a top 5 pick. We had pick number 9. For some reason, nobody was taking him, and I thought he was going to have normal dev, but he looks beastly. Now, this is the team moving into year 3, and I promise you, it will be different with Justin Jefferson and our new starting quarterback actually starting. Can I cut Derek Carr for a good? No, I can't. I'll just have to wait another year. That is quite unfortunate having his cap hit here. Chris Olave, Justin Jefferson. This guy Blue I got in the 4th round. Gerald Blue out of Connecticut. 6'3", 91 speed. He actually looks pretty good. Being a 72 overall in the 4th round is pretty nice. Why is Griffin always not playing where I don't want him to be? Get off my team. Whoever this is, get out of here. I'm not trying to trade you away. I'm trying to cut you. Is Griffin a center still? Yes, he is. That is so annoying. So annoying. I wish the game would let me know. It says success whenever I do this, and then it just reverses it back to whatever it wants. That's what I want, finally. Defensively, David is a 77 overall. That's sick. Okay, that's nice to see. I need a strong safety. AJ Terrell is lower than Marshawn Lattimore. He has X Factor, so I'm just going to make him the starter for that reason. Specialist, David's fine. David's going to be a beast, actually. Perry, Blue, I'm going to put in the slot. And apart from that, this team should be a lot better. I adjusted the schemes. Let's move into the 3rd season, the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, as we are 5-2, top the division. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. That's all I needed, and now we shall be set. I'm going to do middle linebacker because our linebacking core is kind of lacking a little bit, other than Demario Davis, who's probably going to retire. That's what I'm worried about. But players ready to negotiate. They should be interested now. Tyrann Mathieu, I do want back. Do I do player friendly? I'll just do a base deal, 3 years. Let's see if he likes that. Bring the length down. Interesting option. Demario Davis is already an 84. He's going to be so low by the time he turns 36. So no, Pete Warner I do want back. Going to give him player friendly. He resigns. Paulson Adebo I do want back. This is actually a relatively cheap contract. It needs a bigger fit for me. I gave you the biggest fit, dude. That sounds so gay, but you know what I mean. Riley Patterson doesn't want to be here. Everyone else here doesn't want to be here. I need a new kicker, I guess. I guess I forgot to sign one, but let's move into the playoffs. Here we are, 12-5, top of the division with a first-round bye, first in offensive points per game, third in offensive passing game. Yeah, he's a baller. Nathan Foster, league MVP. Show it to me. Really? Second? Come on, dude. Cut him a break. Third best offense in the NFL. I mean, I guess he did get the first-round bye over the Eagles. Fifth best defense, and 5,300 yards, 42 touchdowns, 13 receptions, 110 pass rating. Amazing season. That's just what the power playbooks do. 1,400 yards, 4.9 per carry, 22 touchdowns is crazy. Justin Jefferson, almost closely breaking Megatron's record. 1,900 yards, 121 receptions, 11 touchdowns. Chris Olave, 4 touchdowns, almost 1,100 yards, literally 1 yard shy. Gerald Blue had a great rookie season, almost 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Foster Moreau, 10 touchdowns. I want to see the NFL record for the most receiving yards in a season. Cooper Kupp, he didn't really break the record. He did that in 18 games while Calvin Johnson did his. No, he did this in 17 games while Calvin Johnson did his in 16. He didn't break the record. Let's be real. Anyways, Cooper Kupp did it. Oh, yeah, 2023. This is in Madden. So, and yeah, he didn't even do it in real life either. But anyways, Justin Jefferson. He's technically third in the simulation. Well, I guess you count Cooper Kupp's, I guess. Anyways, back on topic. We're going to go to defense. We're going to Demario Davis, 116 tackles for a loss. 19 for Brian Brzee, sacks. 19 for Brian Burns, and 9.5 for Jose Ramirez. Really? I did not know who that is. Why is Folksky not doing it? Okay. And interception, 7 for AJ Terrell. That was the right move to start him. 0 safeties, 0 defensive touchdowns. Fine with me. Team's balling now. All I had to do was just get rid of that cap room. Cap room is the biggest thing in franchise. If you can't get it down, you won't succeed. Oh no. Here to face Justin Herbert and the ones who always screw us out of the playoffs. Please don't do it here in year 3. Come on. Yes, sir. 45-10. Here to face the 9-8 Carolina Panthers. They're an 82. We're an 88. We're 6 overalls higher. Let's face off against Bryce Young. Here we are against the Carolina Panthers. 7-0 start for them. 7-7 start now. 14-7, 14-14. Our defense is not playing that well, but 17-21, 24-20, 31-21. Come on, offense. Come on, defense, really. 35-31. Offense is balling right now. Defense just needs to hold. 42-34. Defense is showing up. 52-34. What a way to hold up defense in that fourth quarter, as we are going to be going to the Super Bowl in year 3. And here we are, here to face off against my favorite team, the 9-8 Baltimore Ravens, 87 overall, and they're only in 98. I mean, 9-8, my bad, not a 98. But Foster gets superstar for getting second in league MVP. JJ had a 99 already. O-line is fine. Moreau had 10 touchdowns. I feel like he should get star, but I'm not going to force it to him. Chris Olave still had a great season, too. Blue had a really good rookie season. I feel like he deserves start Ev, but I'm not going to force it to him because he didn't even get 1,000 yards. Brian Burns just had 19 sacks in a season. You're like, the best we can do is superstar. No. You have 19 sacks in a season, you're getting X Factor. I don't care what anyone says. Oh, you're cheating. I'm being realistic. Brian Brzee gets up to superstar. Nice to see. Paulson Adebo gets up to superstar. 6'1", 192. Not going to move you to strong safety unless you're like 200 pounds at least. I mean, you're close, but not quite. So I guess I'll leave you here. I'm glad I signed you when I did. Actually, I didn't, because you're like, oh, I need a bigger fit for me. You're like a moron. But anyways, let's see if we can beat the Baltimore Ravens to cap off this rebuild with a win. Here we are against the Baltimore Ravens. 7-0 start for the Ravens. 7-7 we respond. 10-7 we respond right back with another touchdown. 17-14. Our defense is not holding. Maybe they'll hold in the fourth quarter. 21-24. Come on. 28-24. Come on. Defense is holding fourth quarter. I regret saying that. They didn't hold there. 38-31. The defense held. 38-31. That fourth quarter defense is coming in clutch. And, of course, our offense dominating with 38 points against the Baltimore Ravens defense, as we're going to win a Super Bowl and put the Saints back up on top. Let's see who your Super Bowl MVP is. Your Super Bowl MVP is Nathan Foster, so technically Derek Carr did get you guys with a ring. Well, he didn't get you guys the ring. He has a ring while he was with you guys, is how I should put it. Jalen Hurts wins the league MVP. Should have been Nathan Foster, and no other awards here. For the New Orleans Saints, we've already seen the team upgrades. Let's move into the re-signings. In the NFC South, nobody retires. Let's see if more players have interest all of a sudden. Hopefully they will, since we just won a Super Bowl. Tyrann Mathieu has huge interest in staying with us now. I'm just going to give him 2 years. He stays with the team. Demario Davis, why doesn't he want to be here? He wants to go back home. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't want to stay with us, so I'll give you this deal, and I'll just increase the money even more. He wants to play for a new team. Go have fun, dude. Paulson Adebo, we just won the Super Bowl. You want a bigger market, and you don't like our scheme. How about more money? How about that? He resigns. He's a superstar. I want to keep him. Foster Moreo's not bad. I can get someone just like him in a free agency. Riley Patterson wants to play for us, so sure. I don't want to pay you this much, but sure. I guess I have to. And Kevon Wallace, everyone else here. Who is this star dev? Bradley Roby finally can walk. How much money do we have? 21 million. That's not really enough to do anything, but I'll just see if I can get a linebacker. So we didn't have an insane free agency, but yes, I got Marcus May back because he's free this time and he's not taking up nearly as much cap. Got Ernest Jones as middle linebacker, and I got Foster Moreau back as well because there was no better tight ends. But let's move into the draft. In the first round, at the end of the first round, I'm picking up left outside linebacker Darnell Webster out of North Carolina, 86 speed, 90 acceleration, normal dev. He had a lot of elites here. Yes, his finesse moves is down, but he's a run stopper, so that really doesn't matter. B hit power, B pursuit, A play rec, B zone coverage. Just unfortunate that he has no dev. In the second round, I'm picking up middle linebacker Larry Canty out of Clemson. Not very athletic, hidden dev though. A play rec, A hit power, B block shooting, B awareness, B tackle. The skill is there, not really so much the athleticism, but still, he is a solid player. And this is the team going as the fourth and final season. Foster only went up to an 81, but that's fine. He only played a season and a half, so I can't really be too upset. Canty's not that bad. Webster's not bad either. Good overall. Just doesn't have the dev. Team honestly looks very good. Happy that Brian Brzee developed so well. Marcus May's back on the team. Imagine, we just booted him off the team, and then the very next year we won the Super Bowl, and then we added him back. That's so green. Anyways, let's move into the playoffs for the fourth and final season. Here we are in the playoffs, 11-6, top of the division. That's fine that we're in the wild card, 90 overall team, coming off a win to the Buccaneers that I think pushes them out of the playoffs, which is nice. Stats and awards, Nathan Foster looking pretty great still. 20th best offense doesn't make sense, 5th best defense. And yeah, 4,500 yards, 41 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, less interceptions than last season, 104 pass rating. Still a great season. Alvin Kamara with 14 touchdowns, 4.7 per carry, 1,300 yards. Justin Jefferson, 103, almost 1,400 yards, 9 touchdowns. Chris Olave not being involved that much because Justin Jefferson's taking it all. Rest of the team still being distributed pretty well other than that. But Pete Warner, 125 tackles. Ernest Jones with 120 tackles for a loss, 19 for Brian Brzee. He's really been a great run stuffer. Brian Burns with 19 sacks once again. Dalton David with 8.5 sacks. Interceptions, 4 for Pete Warner. Safeties on team, 0 defensive touchdowns is 1 for Marshawn Lattimore. So, let's see if we can win another Super Bowl in the fourth and final year. We won one last year. Let's see if we can do it again here with the Giants. And, wait, okay, out the gate, we lose in the wild card. 36-28 against the Giants, which is an unfortunate way to end the rebuild. But hey, we made 2 playoff runs. And we won the Super Bowl in the other, and then we were first round exit in the other. Doesn't really matter, but if you have made it this far in the video, make sure you do like and or subscribe and tell me which team you want me to rebuild next. And apart from that, guys, once again, I thank you all for watching as the Steelers beat the Bears in the Super Bowl. Jeremy Chin on the Steelers win the Super Bowl MVP. There are no awards here for the Saints. We're going to see the final overlook of the team. Maybe Nathan Foster got X Factor, and then that will be the official outro. Honestly, nothing there. And defensively, Webster goes from normal to superstar. What a season. Pete Warner and Ernest Jones led the team in tackles. Why did Webster get so high? Anyways, he seemed to be a great pick as he's a superstar now. But anyways, guys, apart from that, thank you guys all once again for watching. Let me know which team you want me to rebuild next down in the comments below. And I'll see you guys all in the next one.